What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Marisha LaShay, and welcome to another episode of The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. I'm so glad that you guys are here with me today. I'm also ecstatic because this season is focused on our entrepreneurial journeys and our entrepreneurs. And I'm just so ecstatic. Thank you, God, for another day. Happy Sunday. What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody, we are here. I am checking in. You know how we do these mental check ins from a scale, well, being on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being the worst day of your life, and 10 being the best day of your life. Can I be below a 1? Can I be above a 10? Absolutely. Y'all, I just want to step in and just share with you guys how I'm feeling today. I am a reserve 7 because after coming down this weekend, celebrating my son's birthday, yesterday when I tuned in, of course, I was, up and at it, mommy mode from the hotel. But today, made it back home. It just feels good to breathe. Just setting myself up for the day to be in a space of gratitude, but also refocusing for the week to come because I got some things going on, some good things. So I'm a strong 7. But you guys know that this is day 3 of the Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. We are building the foundation today. And when we say building the foundation, which should be the focus, but we're talking about business plans, creating a solid business plan to guide your steps. Okay. That is what we're going to talk a bit about today. And when I say me and you, those who are tuning in, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for the unconditional support. I appreciate you guys greatly. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. I will be sharing my business plan with you guys today because I always believe in being able to, be as transparent as possible, especially when it comes down to what I am doing and how I am doing the things that I am doing to be where I need to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys. Boom. Okay. So the first part um, that I have here is the executive summary. Okay. The executive summary, first and foremost, gives them an overview as to what your business is all about. So, of course, I have my podcast name. It is The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. I have my mission statement. So here you want to be able to define your purpose of your business purpose. In my case, it will be my podcast purpose and the value it offers to listeners. Okay. So for an example, I want to be able to create meaningful conversations that inspire, educate, and entertain audience in a way that starts their day right. Okay. That is my mission statement. That is what the goal has been for the very beginning of being able to share my thoughts. And that's why I came into podcasting in the first place. So you want to take your notebook, you want to have your notebook ready to stop and jot. Head over to Chat GTP. Go ahead and what prompt did I use? Which I know some of you guys are asking or may want to know. But um, the prompt that I used was here. So I need a business plan for the podcast business. You could get a little bit more granular about what you want to say. And then it'll come back, creating a solid business plan for your podcast will give you a clear roadmap for growth, help attract potential sponsors, and guide your marketing efforts. Here's an outline that I am currently following and that I'm currently using. So we got the executive summary, which provides the name of your business. We talked about what the mission statement is, which is the statement that is used to define what your mission is for the overall business. Second, we're going to go down here to the vision. And when you talk about vision, you're talking about short term and long term goals. My example vision will be to become a leading source of positive and meaningful content in the podcasting world with a loyal listener base and a presence across major podcast platforms. Okay. And in order for me to achieve my vision, I have to be able to have objectives. And how do you set objectives? First and foremost, objective is another word for goals. So if I set measurable goals like growing the audience by 30% annually, securing consistent sponsors, or launching branded merchandise, could be my goals that I set as my objectives to achieve. So we are done with the executive summary. These are the four main components: the name of the business, what your mission statement is going to be, what is the actual vision for your business, and the objectives. All right. Second, let's talk about the business description. What industry are you currently in? So for me, it would be the podcasting industry, mentions in different trends in audience growth and potential revenue from sponsorships and advertisement. There are two things that you want to focus in on when you talk about the industry overview. And you may not be in podcasting, but you might be in hospitality. You might have a service business. You and your focus will want to be your target audience and how you plan to grow it. And you want to look at revenue. Who is this business for, and how do you plan to generate the revenue? Will selling directly to your consumers going to be able to provide you with the revenue that you need, or do you need to look at other options such as sponsorships and advertisements and things like that? Second, going to the actual format and the themes that come along with your business. For me, podcasting, the format and the themes, I'm highlighting key aspects like the theme variation. Like each month, I'm bringing a different type of series. So last month, it was the financial fanatics. This month is entrepreneurship. In months to come, it will be focusing on like mental health and special events, which will allow flexibility and keep listeners engaged because I'm not just constantly talking about some of the same things. Now we are coming down to the target market or the target audience. Detailed demographics and psychographics such as age, interest, lifestyle, and listening habits. Okay. Not everything that I put out there, everybody's going to like. For this particular series, of course, entrepreneurs are going to be tapping in, hence as to why I'm partnering with different guests. So this was my first guest, Elizabeth, well, aka Liz, was one of my first guests that I had on my actual show. For going forward, I'm going to be having some more entrepreneurs getting on here to speak to you guys and drop gems for you guys to utilize on my platform or on this platform. That's a form of collaboration to be able to push out both brands. All right. So I hope that you have those first two things written down. Executive summary, which have four components. Second, business description. You're talking about the overview of your industry that you're in, the format and the things as it relates for your different business, and the target audience. Three, your services and revenue streams. Okay, your primary content for me, which would be my weekly episodes with diverse topics, catering to listeners interested in self growth, personal stories, mental health, and relationships, just to name a few. All right. Now, we're back on these revenue streams because it's important because you want to be able to know how you're going to be able to make money. When we talk about sponsorships, we're talking about advertising. If I'm partnering with other brands that align with my audience, offering ad spots during episodes, okay? Listener support set slash Patreon, which will provide exclusive content, early access to episodes, or bonus material for loyal listeners who support the actual podcast. All right. Merchandise, merchandise. Launch branded merchandise such as t-shirts, mugs, themed around popular episodes or different catchphrases. All right. And last but not least, actually live events slash workshops. So if I'm planning live events, question and answer sessions, or virtual workshops for deeper engagement and additional revenue. Okay. Which can be another idea. So here with your services and different ways of being able to generate money, we kind of touched on that earlier, but as you noticing, each piece that we are going through numbered, it's giving you a more even deeper and smaller scale of you narrowing down what it is that your focus is going to be in these particular areas. All right, let's talk about the market analysis. When you talk about market analysis, this is about being able to market to your target audience. You're looking for trends, you're looking for themes, for your target audience. You're considering and exploring data that you get like on the different platforms. I know, for instance, for Spotify, for me, I go and I look excuse me, at the people that I am reaching. Is it men? Is it more women? Is it people over 60? Is it people over 35? Actually look at the episodes. I know I actually look at the episodes that did great and those that people haven't even touched. I still leave them out there. I don't take them down. Like I said, I've been doing this for 4 years, and actually being able to read those data will help you to push you forward. Okay. Um, Competitive analysis. Analyze similar podcasts, noting strengths, weaknesses, and ways that you could differentiate. Unique themes, personal storytelling approach, strong listener engagement. For me, when I get on here for my podcast, I'm already different from other podcasters because, first and foremost, I don't use fancy equipment. I just come in here through StreamYard and I just get up here and talk with my notes on the side. You know what I mean? Like, I just make it where it's an actual conversation where I'm asking you questions, but people are able to just like kind of feel comfortable and they're not like, oh my God, what's going on? So, yes, moving to the last part of the market analysis, unique selling proposition. So with this is highlighted the differentiating factors of my show. Perhaps my podcast rotation of themes and fresh marketing ideas like memo cards in stores could be my edge. Or the fact that I only show up in months that have 30 days. That was my first approach because people was actually able to tune in and have something to listen to in the months of September, November, April, and June. But now when we go ahead and going full force, like I'm kicking off in November. I'm back. I took a break in October, but I'm back in November. Then I'll be back in December. Then I'm coming in January, February, March, April, May, June, July. And I'm just gonna keep rolling because the more series that I could offer, I could tap into different markets. And that's what I was just sitting back, actually just thinking about because I tried different things. Last year I did the 12 days to Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And that was great. People love that. My tribute to the different the Divine Nine organization, Greek organizations, that was great as well. That's some of my top episodes, but this is based on the data. The data is driving me to do what it is that I need to do. All right. Next, let's talk about our marketing strategy. So when you think about your marketing strategy, you want to think about your actual brand identity, establishing consistent visuals. Okay. Messaging and tone across all platforms. Whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, you need to have the exact same logo or whatever it is that you want to showcase for your brand. And that's every time that I do a different season, you notice that my background changed for Financial Fanatics. I had a different background and I update my page to have that. I update my YouTube page. I update my Instagram and my Facebook as I'm marketing and sharing it and whatever. All right. Going on from the brand identity, let's talk about the promotion tactics, okay? Because social media marketing allows you to engage followers on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn with short clips, episode highlights, and interactive posts. Collaboration, you're partnering with other podcasters, influencers, and organizations for cross promotion. Absolutely. Hence as to why I have guests coming on the actual show, and I'm not just here. Last September, well, 2 months ago in September, I had a co-host. I had never had a co-host, but I was open to change, and that rocked. You know what I mean? They got me in front of a different audience because of his supporters. They began to show support to me. So I thought that that was very ideal. And then like I'll be rolling out with memo cards soon, a memo card campaign where I can implement my idea of leaving cards with QR codes in stores, Ubers, and Lyft to build awareness. Okay, because yes, people hop in and out of Ubers, but if something that catches their eye, they're gonna do it. You know what I mean? They're gonna reach out and see what's going on, especially if the car has an eye-catching I'm pushing myself to get an email newsletter. which I can send, regular updates with exclusive content, episode previews to come, and personal notes from me. And last but not least, being able to focus on the listener engagement. Host listener polls, question and answer sessions, and feedback sessions to tailor content to audience interest and deeper engagement. All right, number six, the financial plan. Did I have any startup costs? No, not initially. Outline the initial expenses such as equipment, if you need a microphone, if you need headphones, if you need software, if you need website hosting and branding. Okay. Revenue projections. You want to make realistic estimations based on your growth goals, your sponsorship deals, listener contributions, and potential merchandise sales. And I'm like, I haven't even touched those items yet. So, like, this is just giving you an overview, but this is also for me as well to go back and to, update you guys as you see as I'm working on this outline. Last but not least, expense projections, factor in production costs, marketing expenses if you have any, and any fees associated with hosting, distribution, and collaboration. Right. Okay. Because right now, all I'm doing is social media. 7, operations costs, production schedule. Detail your workflow for producing each episode, including research, recording, editing, and publishing. Absolutely, because like I said, nobody edits for me. I have to edit myself. Nobody is recording me right now. I am recording myself. Publishing, I'm responsible for that as well, and the actual research, and hence as to why I'm using ChatGTP. All right, next, team and roles. Outline roles if you plan to involve others like a producer, social media manager, or guest coordinators. Yes, indeed. And then, last but not least, a content calendar. Plan themes and guest appearances in advance to ensure a smooth and consistent output, which is what I have been doing behind the scenes as well. And it takes time. Last Sunday, I was definitely putting out a content calendar so everybody who comes on the show know what they're going to be talking about and what we're going to be talking about for that particular day. And last but not least, 8, your growth and expansion plan. So now you're getting a little bit granular with your short-term goals as well as your long-term goals. With the short-term goal, that could be something within a matter of 0 to 5 years. And that may be to increase your listener base, solidify branding, and secure initial sponsorships. Second, long-term goals, expanding revenue streams, workshops, live shows, partner with larger brands, and potentially syndicate episodes on other platforms or streaming services. So I just want to go over these 8 components starting from the top. When we look at the executive summary, giving me a summary of your business. Number 2, business description, basically breaking the business down to describe what it is you're going to focus on, what's your industry, what platform and themes you're going to use, and who will be your target audience. 3, the services that you will actually offer. Okay. And yes, how you're going to actually be able to deliver the actual service. Is it once a week? Is it twice a week? Is it once a month? Is it once a year? Is it seasonal? And what happens, so forth. So number 3, services. 4, market analysis, which includes mentioning your target market, a competitive analysis, being able to decipher yourself and see what is different about you, even other people in your same field, maybe doing the same things. What makes you different? It's the it factor for you. And unique selling proposition, how you're planning to focus on your plan for selling. 5, we're looking at a marketing strategy. So getting your consistent visuals, your messaging, and your tone across all platforms. Promotional tactics will be included, and listener engagement or just engagement in general from customers and people that would like to buy your product or want your service. 6, the financial plan. You always got to know what the financial plan is going to be. Do you have any startup costs? Do you have any revenue projections and your expense projections? 7, operations plan. When you think about your schedule, how often will you need to, detail your workflow based on if you're providing a service, who will go out to do this? Will you be able to provide this? Also, if you have a team and roles and an actual content calendar, because most of the time we use social media as a marketing tool. So plan your content calendar so you'll know what you need to do. And last but not least, the growth and expansion plan. When you talk about short term goals, you want to be able to solidify your branding, but you also want to be able to secure sponsorships if need be. And when you talk about long term goals, you're talking about anywhere from 5 to 10 years where you actually see your business. So you have to actually sit to take the time out so you can do what it is you need to do. So, yes, that is all for me. I know it was a lot to actually take in, but like I always say, I like to be as transparent and informative as possible because especially when it comes down to entrepreneurship, I really want to take my podcast brand serious. And I'm starting just as I'm coming to speak to you. This is my commitment. And I want to look back at these videos and say, yes, I did that very thing. This is my form of accountability. If I'm getting in front of my audience and I'm speaking about it, because I can't get in front of you guys and speak about something and I'm not doing it. I just don't rock out like that. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's episode. Definitely feel free to let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely, I didn't get a chance to tell you guys as well that you have the opportunity to check in on your mood. I just went right on to it, and sometimes that happens. But I just wanted to double back to let you guys know that you can share that with me because I still care about that. And yes, you guys have a blessed morning. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow, same time, same place. Peace.